Renovation refers to the rehabilitation, repairs, and replacement of defective finishes or simply replacement based on a better choice. Typically, building owners on average renovate or make some changes in finishes every 10 years, in some cases as early as 5 years for common areas. Whatever the reason for renovation, it has to be planned in such a way that the occupants get as little disturbance as possible. Different stages of renovation are being shown here in various pictures, which you can see that the renovation is at various stages. Staircase has just been renovated, and here you can see he is preparing to change the windows. Now you can see this is ready for floor replacement with the new tiles getting ready, and here you can see that AC is being replaced, new ducts, new MEP systems. So generally renovation should be planned well ahead of the actual process, because you need to plan where to relocate the occupants, or in case if they are going to stay within the building, maybe they will be staying in one part of the building while other part is being renovated. So actually this is a little bit tricky, because if they don't stay there, then also they cannot monitor what's going on. The workers may just come and do the renovation and go away. So it's better that one part is kept there for someone to stay and monitor what's going on, so that things can be finished as per the choice of the occupants or whoever is the owner. Here we'll talk about how to replace the tiles, existing tiles. For example, the tiles are broken, or maybe the new type of design has come up and you want to make a replacement. So all this need to be planned. So when the whole floor is removed, you have to remove the whole furniture out. Definitely that part of the building cannot be occupied. In any case, in the next video we will be talking about how to plan the start of the renovation, and what are the do's and don'ts during the renovation itself, and what type of materials to choose, what are the precautions to be taken. And at the end of the day, you have to know also that there are legislation and laws governing the changes. You cannot just fix anything on the building. You have to also calculate the loads. You have to see also what is approved by the municipality. Sometimes municipality doesn't allow a certain type of finishes, so it has to match with what is desirable, what is acceptable. Closely related with renovation also is another concept called retrofit. Retrofit means adding facilities which were previously not existing. For example, many old buildings previously had split units or window units, and due to the legislative requirements, they now want to go for central air conditioning system. So all the ducts have to be installed, the AC units have to be installed, maybe chillers, maybe any other system has to be installed. So it's a whole new process. So that's also retrofitting. In other cases, due to changes in the laws or legislation, you may need to insulate the envelope of the building. You may need to remove whatever was cladding previously, and now you have to add some insulation to the face, to the whole envelope, and refix your cladding or replace the cladding altogether. In some cases, the windows may need to be replaced as well. So there might be insulation requirements, so which may require different type of glass, different type of window. So all these things need to be properly calculated, including the cost, the time allocated for the changes, and also what will be the benefit of these changes to the building. Is it going to be cost effective? In the long run, how the maintenance cost will be affected? So all these considerations must be studied well in advance of starting the renovation works, and also including the retrofit. In many cases of renovation work, the electromechanical works may be affected, as well as the plumbing. For example, if you fix new type of floor tiles, the sizes may be different. Floor drain locations may have to be changed. While changing this, so you have to also consider the life of the previously existing fixtures, as well as the plumbing works. Maybe adding or making changes may damage or may affect the previously old or already used, outdated plumbing work. So that means even some other parts may have to be replaced. So all this must be considered. Sometimes building owners are very keen on making very major changes, such as replacing the painted walls with the cladding, with the marble tiles, or slabs. But then there comes the question, were the walls originally designed to support such loads? Because when you add additional load, it may weaken the walls and they may develop cracks or eventually even collapse. So the best thing is you need to hire an interior design consultant or a renovation specialist instead of just getting the masons or plumbers or other specialists one by one to get to do the things. Well, at the end of the day, it's a cost saving strategy, but then you have to be a specialist. And generally, not all building owners also are specialists of construction. So the best strategy is to hire a consultant to do your designs, to check the existing building, what are the loads the walls can take, even the ceiling itself. Suppose you want to add a false ceiling, is the above slab capable of withstanding the load, because the ceiling may be heavy. In case you want to add ducts, AC ducts, is there provision, is there enough space? And how will the other fixtures, plumbing, how will the other things such as plumbing, electrical lines, wires, how will they be affected? And in case you want to add ceiling lights, do you have enough power in your DB? Do you need to increase the power? And in case you want to have the increase the power supply, are you going to get permission from the local power supply? So all these things is better to be taken care of by a specialist. Anyhow, sometimes the owner insists on doing a cost saving. At the end of the day, he end up paying more, because when you hire someone, let's say electrician separately, you hire a plumber separately, each one does his work without any coordination. At the end of the day, you have a big mess in the ceiling, and you keep on having clashes, and sometimes you will have tripping, sometimes you will have leakages, sometimes AC not working. So in order to avoid all these things, well, I'm not trying to overemphasize this, but it's very essential that you hire a specialist to do your design, and if possible, if your budget allows, also to do the supervision. The fees can be negotiated, and you can float tenders, you can ask friends, you can ask around, you can have more options. You can choose between maybe 5 to 7 specialists and then choose one for design, not necessarily the same one who will do the execution. It can be one company who did the design and another company who does the fitting, and a third company can do the supervision. It doesn't matter actually, but at the end of the day, these people have to be specialists. Each job should be left to the specialist if you want to get results, because the purpose of renovation is to be able to last longer, so you can enjoy the building for more years. I have shown here some examples of bad renovation works. You can see someone started and abandoned it. It was a floor and wall, and they just started, left in the middle, and then the owner had to bring in new persons, new specialists to the job, because the one who removed it, he didn't know how to fix the tiles. He didn't know what is the next stage to be done. Here you can see ceiling was just removed randomly without considering the effects. And now it's hanging in the middle of the air without any support. Here also, someone started the work and left in the middle because he couldn't cope with the so many services in the ceiling.